Howdy, welcome back to the channel, y'all. We've got another really fun video today, and I wanted to skip ahead in my load development process to talk about some of the stuff that we just saw. So I recently did a video with the 6.5 Creedmoor where I did a ladder test, and this is the Christensen 6.5 Creedmoor that you've seen before, but I'll give you another quick look at it. I've steadily done a few upgrades to it. So it came with a carbon barrel on it, a Leupold rail with a Leupold VX-5HD. I also added this MDT stock to it. This MDT stock is ultra light. It is their HNT26 stock, and it is carbon fiber. Got the ARCA on the bottom. It's got the QD flush cups on it as well. Suppressor that's on here. So it's the Otter Creek Labs. Found a Hydro L in 6.5. And then that ladder test, we laddered up. About 40.5 grains of 4350 was the load that was most accurate. We put 40.5 grains together and we did a seating depth test. And this goes back to our origins with ChatGPT, where I asked ChatGPT to give me a seating depth test. And so what I did is I used the Hornady micrometer die and I dialed down 20 thousandths every time we seated a bullet. So we did 2.8 overall inches, which is what we originally loaded at for the 40.5 grains. And then we did 2.78, 2.76, 2.74, 7.2, and then 7.0. We'll catch you on the flip side of this video and we'll talk about the results. See you there.
Mom, I joined a gang. It's just a bunch of dudes wearing otter costumes. I've got 143 grain ELDXs. It's in Peterson Large Rifle primer brass. I've just been impressed with what Peterson can do in terms of brass. Yeah, so let's go. All right. These next ones are loaded at 2.78 inches overall length. The standard deviation on that group is 5.5. So man, if you are a Creedmoor shooter and you're not shooting 4350, I think you're making a mistake. Okay, 2724. 2754. That was a big spread. 2736. Standard deviation of 12. Next ones are at 2.76. 2717. You know how they say, like, let the trigger break surprise you? $27.55. That's a very nice group. 2746.6. And I shot it at the wrong target, so go figure. 2724. 2727. Holy moly. Holy cow. Guys. All right, 2.74 inches overall length. Our average was 2726.8. Sorry, 2726.2. Our standard deviation is 1.1. Blah, 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 3 shots my foot. That is so good, and you're gonna see it, and I'm so excited that you're gonna get to see it, because holy moly. Let's just go down one row, huh? What do you say? 2730. Okay, 2727. That's another really solid group. 2741, a standard deviation of 6.1, average of 2733. Guys, I'm telling you, I am a believer in seating depth now. This is literally all it took. This is it. This is 2.72 inches overall length. That last one was 2.74. 2742 speed. 2726. So we had a big shift in impact. We had a big shift in speed. Yeah, not a bad group by any means, but definitely outside of where we're trying to be. So guys, that's crazy. Even that group, 6.8 feet per second standard deviation. So standard deviation is low. Our average speed is solid.
All right, so what you just saw there was the result of that seating depth test, and I've got the target right next to me, and so let's talk about the results here in general. So I kind of mentioned this in the video, but I messed up in shooting at this target. So these top two groups are 6.5 Creedmoor, and everything from here down is 6.5 Creedmoor. So let's talk about it. So these top two groups are fine. There's a big point of impact shift in both of them. So you've got a 0.868 and 0.881. Both of those totally solid groups. If I was gonna go hunt, I would take those with me. And this is where you saw me move the camera, this 0.341 inch group. 341 inches is solid. One of the best groups I've ever shot, probably in the top 5, 341. And again, it's only 3 shots, but I'm gonna tell you something, I don't care. We did a 0.18 inch group. 0.18 inches is really significant when it comes to accuracy. So our first two groups were 0.8 of an inch. This group was 0.341 inches. This group, 0.182. Then we moved down a step. What this seems to indicate is that we found a node here. Everybody talks about whether or not nodes are valid, and there are tons of studies that are out there. What we seem to find when it comes to this, and this is just practical evidence from a dude who's loading ammo in his closet basically, is there is something happening here. We are sort of at one of those troughs of where accuracy and harmonics come together. So the next steps for this load is I'm gonna load up probably 20 of these rounds, and I've got a 6-inch gong that we're gonna shoot at. We're gonna try it at 100, 200, 300, and 400 yards. That's that on that. If you want me to talk more about how I got to this, I'm happy to do so. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. Many of the people who watch this content are not currently subscribed to the channel. And leave me a comment about what you want to see next. As you can tell, I've got some stuff behind me. I've got some ideas for some of these pistols. I've got some ideas for some of these rifles. I appreciate you tuning in. Peace.